Option jive, probability of touch across different deltas. What's that mean to you?
What does that mean to me?
Probability of touch gets different deltas, yes.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about probability of touch and kind of the expectation
Do it.
you should have. And so, we've looked at this in previous research. The realized probabilities of touching the strike in a short option strategy are much lower than the theoretical probability. So typically we use 2x the delta as a way to estimate probability of touch if you don't have a sophisticated platform like the tastylive platform, where you can just have it as a column set. But that's your back of the hand trader way of kind of estimating what the probability of your option is getting touched at some point within the expiration. So one of the things we know with all things managing trades is that the 21-day mark is going to significantly compress your P&L volatility, which is going to compress the probability of touch, going to increase win rate, reduce risk, et cetera, et cetera. We know that's kind of the point here. So we're basically just showing here that by just managing at 21 days, you're going to cut your probability of touch significantly on your position. And this shouldn't be a shock to you when you're rolling, closing, winning trades. You're going to really reduce the amount of times that you are getting tested on your trades.
And even if it does touch, time has value to it. So it doesn't come all out all of a sudden just because you're touching it, right? I mean, You're not trading the weekly options or the daily options. You're really trading something with 21 days worth of time. So there's still wiggle room is what I'm trying to say.
And probability of touch doesn't dictate good or bad trade, right? So I have short puts in Microsoft where they're basically a scratch now, but Microsoft is like 20 points lower.
Right.
And where I put those trades on. And it was at 400.
Good strategy, horrible direction.
Yeah, just got the direction wrong, but you got, vol contraction, you got time decay, those things worked in your favor. So having your strike tested doesn't necessarily imply that you're going to lose money on that trade or that it even is a losing trade at this point. It just is a reflection of the movement in the stock. That's it. Mm-hmm. So to understand the effectiveness of realized probability of touch, our POT here, we can examine the ratio between the realized probability at 21 days and the delta, which is half of the theoretical probability. So what we're looking at here, you're basically looking at a combination of delta and probability of touch. When you're managing at 21 days, you're greatly reducing that and giving you an idea of what your delta change is going to be on your position. So if you're selling a 20 delta call, you can expect at some point, based on the probability of touch, to have a 35-ish delta position at some point on that call. And that means that the stock goes up a little bit. It's kind of close to the call. On the put side, it's the same thing. If you're selling a 20 delta put, you can expect that put to go to 25 deltas at some point, even if you're managing at 21 days. It just tells you that your position, your delta, you have to have some wiggle room on your position. This goes to our confirm and send on, managing positions. If you're selling a 20 delta put, it's not like that put's going to just go to 15 delta over a week. You're going to have times where it goes to 25 deltas.
Yeah, no.
And on the call side, it's the same thing. You sell a 20 delta call, expect it to be a 35 delta call at some point.
Perfect.
Not on every trade, but a lot of trades.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like looking at the probability of being out of the money. If you're selling a 30 delta put, it's a 60% plus chance of touching it. I mean, 30% sounds like, oh man, this is free money.
Free money.
But 60% chance of a touch, again, going back to your point that you made just a moment ago, doesn't mean it's profitable or a loss. It just means that it can happen.
Yeah.
Odds are it might happen.
Yeah.
As time goes on, that number gets smaller, and that's what we play for.
And when you're factoring in the 21-day mark, you're gonna reduce that probability a lot more. So the 60% probability of touch goes down significantly to 40, 30, something like that.
Yep.
So the next slide here. So focusing only on the delta at 20 might not provide the full picture. So this time we analyzed SPY out of the money puts and calls across deltas ranging from 10 to 45 which are, mostly what we trade, right? So we kind of stick to more around the 20-ish delta, but most people are trading in this range from 10 to 45. All the options were initiated with 45 days and exited at 21 days. And so we're just going to look at deeper into kind of this probability of touch idea. So the probability of touch at expirations for all deltas are lower than the theoretical values, which is 2 times delta. That's our theoretical probability of touch. But when positions are managed at 21 days, the results improve significantly across all deltas. The average probability of touch when managed at 21 days is approximately 0.8x the delta. So probability of touch actually comes in, it's actually overstated, which makes sense because volatility is typically overstated. So most of the time, your 30 delta option has a theoretical probability of 60% of being touched at some point. It probably comes in less than that, 55, 50% on a realized basis. When you're taking the 21-day management into effect on these positions, you cut that even more. So, for example, like on a 20 delta option, you're looking at a 10% probability of touch. That's your actual probability of touch based on rolling at 21 days. And so you're cutting these numbers significantly just by managing at 21 days by a factor of about half, a little bit greater than half.
Okay. You want that, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Just want to make sure everybody knows.
But there's 2 points to this. It's like you should expect to be, I think to your point of like a 30 delta option, people think, oh, it's a 70% probability. Why not just move this to the 10 delta and it's a 90% probability and just do these, all day until my hands bleed. You should expect, that the probability of touching is going to be high. When you're managing, you're going to cut that significantly.
Perfect.
So this next one is just kind of visually showing the improvements that exiting positions early can bring to our short put strategy. So that the trend also shows that the gap between theoretical and realized probability narrows as delta increases, meaning the closer at the money options, when you get to like a 40 delta option where it has an 80% probability of touch, it does realize that probability, which makes complete sense because you're right at the stock price. So you're selling straddles or really tight strangles, you should expect, to be tested on both sides of that trade probably multiple times throughout the duration.
Yeah.
But when you're selling those 20 or 25 delta options, the probability of touch is actually kind of overstated. And that makes sense because of the way volatility is along the curve. It's overstated further out in time or further out of the money. And so your probabilities are a little bit more overstated. When you factor in the management, you even reduce that, you further reduce that and make that even lesser of a probability. And so it's a pretty cool little slide that we got there.
Yep.
Give you an idea of just probability of touch and incorporating managing trades. It's going to cut down your P&L volatility really significantly.
Very good.
So, but that was just looking at the put side. So on the call side, the realized probabilities are higher than those for the puts. And that's just a reflection of the market that we've been in for quite some time. It's been, upside drift and just generally, there is that upside drift in markets. So calls tend to get tested more, and you typically have put skew in something like SPY. So relative to where your strikes are, your calls are a lot closer at the money than your puts if you're using the same delta. So this shouldn't shock you. It doesn't mean you shouldn't sell calls. I think it just tells you that, there is an upward drift to the market here. The 21-day management surprisingly kept the probability ratio extremely close to that of the put side. So the takeaway here is that by incorporating the 21-day management to your positions, your probability of touch is in line on both sides of the stock, whether it's on the puts or the calls. You have kind of the same probabilities on each of your options.
Yeah, and
this is SPY, so this is way different than something like an Apple or a Microsoft or a Google, where you have a lot of different dynamics that go into the stock, whether it be binary events, news,
earnings announcements,
like all those things are separate from the S&P 500.
It's a great point to make. And plus, SPY has put skew versus a lot of the
Yes.
companies that you just mentioned has call skew.
Yes. So I would actually think on something like, I don't know, it's hard to quantify that. I was going to say like on a Tesla, calls are probably what our puts are on SPY, but I don't know if it is because of the realized volatility. You're getting way bigger, like volatility overstatement in SPY is a lot greater than the overstatement in something like a Tesla when you have like these kind of binary events where you have realized volatility that might be multiple X's of whatever the implied was. So that's an interesting one.
Very good.
So the next slide, we found a similar pattern on the call side. So high delta calls also presented a greater risk of being tested. This shouldn't be a shock when you're selling closer at the money premium. You're going to be subject to being tested on either side multiple times throughout the duration. But again, when you're looking at the probabilities, the call side probability was more in line with what you would expect from a 2 times your delta perspective. When you're managing at 21 days, you're cutting that down, by 50% plus.
Sure.
Across the whole distribution, whether it's a 10 delta option or a 45 delta option, if you are managing at 21 days, you're cutting the probability of being tested on that trade by more than 50%.
You're pretty good.
Thank you. Been doing this
out of you. A hell of a teacher.
So a couple takeaways here for index options. Puts exhibit a lower realized volatility, realized probability of touch than calls across all deltas. This is in SPY specifically. I bet you could probably apply this to the Qs too, but this might be different on a single stock name, but we're just talking SPY here. Actively managing positions at 21 days subsequently reduces the likelihood of strikes being tested compared to leaving positions unmanaged. I think you can apply this to basically any trade that you do. 21 days is going to significantly compress your P&L volatility. On average, the realized probability of touch for puts is slightly below their corresponding delta, which for calls aligns with their delta. So the call side is much more, the probability of touch is realized is more likely to be realized than on the put side because we've had this kind of upward drift in markets. When positions are actively managed, the disparity between put and call probability of touches becomes minimal. So when you're managing trades, the puts and the calls, they become very similar. Thanks for sticking with us. The market doesn't stop and neither should you. The next video builds on what you just watched. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch Tasty Live. Click through our next video to continue learning.